What's up guys, today I'm teaching you how to roam properly in Rainbow Six Siege. But before we start, I'd just like to say thanks to all of my subscribers and everyone who has liked or watched my videos. Feedback is always highly appreciated and I'm trying to improve my content by every video, but I'm kinda new to this YouTube thing, so it may take some time. But yeah. Okay, but first let's talk about roamers. Roamers is an operator who plays outside the objective and his main goal is to waste the enemy team's time and drones, because they have to hunt you down, which takes time, and the enemy team doesn't have time to push the site. I'd say the best roamers at the moment are Vigil, Alibi, Melusi, Jaeger, Oryx, Ela. But you can also roam with like one speed operators, for example Doc, because his gadget doesn't need to be looked after later to the round. But you cannot roam with, for example, Wamai or Smoke, because they have to basically stay alive the whole round, because their gadgets are very useful in the late round. So yeah. Okay, now I have basically went through all the basic shit, except I want to add that if you are a beginner, you should not play roamer, because you need to have at least some type of game knowledge first. So I'd recommend playing an anchor or something else, but just not roamer. For example, you have to know the common entry spots, which are the spots where enemies are going to come into the building. But if you are a beginner, you don't know those spots and you are basically useless. Well, I can start the tip. So first up, you should always have like a tactic ready. You should always have a plan what you are going to do, because most players they just go outside of the site, but they don't really know what they are doing. They don't have a plan, they are just running around, probably dying in the first 30 seconds of the round. So don't be that guy. The second tip is to always play man advantage, which means, for example, if your team is in a 5v3 position, and you know where the enemies are, you should play pretty aggressively if your teammate can possibly trade you, because 4v2 is better than 5v3, you know. And try to get trades as much as possible. So if you see your teammate going into a gunfight and you can't help him, but you can trade him, try to do that. It's really important, at least in higher ranks. Okay, next up, always remember that you are a roamer. You should play aggressively, but not too aggressively. I mean, give enemy pressure all the time, so they have to spend time on you, but don't go to the enemy though. Like, you should play aggressively, but in a gunfight you should wait the enemy to push you rather than you trying to push the enemy. The next tip is to play together with other roamers. So if you see that there are 3 anchors in your team and one teammate is roaming downstairs where the site is, try to go upstairs. So your team basically has the map control and that is very essential. The next tip is to use the team utility, like if you have a Valk or a Maestro, or even if the basic cams are still alive, try to gather intel with them, because they will get you kills. You won't think that watching cams as a roamer is that important, but it really makes a difference. And utility wise, try to play with your trap operators as well. So if you, for example, have a Legion, try to be in the range where you can hear if someone steps to a Legion trap, so you can use that to your advantage and maybe flank the enemy. And the last tip is probably the most important, in my opinion. It is to move when you get a kill. I mean, let's say you hear enemy coming to you, you hold an angle, you get a kill. Okay, he was alone. Do not stay in the same position to wait something to happen. That's not a good idea. Always try to reposition if there is no refrag potential, like in 3 seconds after the kill. But yeah, this was the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.